Tired of the state of so-called popular music? Sick of searching everywhere for authentic bands and musicians?
Now you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way.
Got the overproduced, under-talented auto-tune blues?
Yeah!
Then keep it tuned. Real music is on the way. This is Almost Famous. Your home, the best local musicians, and select live performances.
Here's Johnny.
Here's John Shea.
Welcome to the second hour of Almost Famous here on 95.9 WATD. Local music every Tuesday night from 8 till 10 p.m. The first hour is where you get to hear music off of CDs and MP3s from local bands in the area. The 9 o'clock hour, which we call the Tiny Stage, is where you get to be introduced to an artist live in studio, unplugged and personal. Brought to you each week by Tiny & Sons Glass, Route 53 in Pembroke, online at tinyandsons.com, and Weymouth Bank, with 2 locations in Weymouth and 1 in Kingston, trusted by families and businesses for 125 years. My name is John Shea, and I am being joined in the studio tonight by Miss Sarah Blacker. Welcome back.
Thanks, John. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you back in here. It's been way too long.
It has been a little while. How long has it been?
I think it's been at least 2 years.
Really? I was trying to figure that out on my drive here.
I think the last time you were here, you were promoting an EP that you had recorded with Sean.
Then that's probably been 2 years, yeah.
Which I can't think of the name of off the top of my head.
Precious Little Thing.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
So, and I love that. We've been playing the heck out of that. And the new CD, too, which is called In Waves.
Yep, thank you so much for doing that.
Congratulations on that, too. This is an amazing album. I love it.
Thank you.
So, before we get too far into the interview, who is Sarah Blacker, for those who may have missed your last few appearances here?
Well, I'm a girl, I guess a woman. The music that I make I call Sundress Rock, and I like to write songs that are honest and hopefully universal.
And that is very fitting of your style of music, Sundress Rock. It paints a picture that is totally you.
Thank you. As I turned off the exit to come here tonight, there was a big sign that said sundresses for sale. I was like, well, guess I'm on the right way.
It's a sign.
Yep.
So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the first song tonight. What are you going to share with us first on your playlist?
I'm going to do a couple new songs tonight. I've been writing a lot this year, and this is called Blood From Your Gun. So this is pretty much the first time I've ever played this on anything except for a bedroom floor.
All right. Sarah Blacker on 95.9 WATD. Take it away.
Nobody knows what you've done to me. That's why I'm covered in blood from your gun, you see. Ooh, ooh, oh, goodbye, my love, goodbye. So I've got to run. Your eyes are like the rain, your breath like the sun. You won't let me cry without saying a word. I'll be the sky and watch me be the bird. Nobody knows what you've done to me. That's why I'm covered in blood from your gun, you see. Ooh, ooh, oh, goodbye, my love, goodbye. Kisses and I'm like the breeze. Stand up, sit down, I've got broken knees. Call my name into the night. When everything's silent, I'm looking for my light. Nobody knows what you done to me. That's why I'm covered in blood from your gun, you see. Ooh, ooh, oh, goodbye, my love, goodbye. True
Sarah Blacker live in studio tonight on 95.9 WATD on the tiny stage. Nice job on that. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Could you share the story behind that?
Well,
It sounds somewhat deep.
I'm going to let the song do the talking for that one.
Good answer.
Sometimes some of the stories I'll share with you, but I'll keep that one for the song.
All right.
And myself.
Probably better off. We have Sarah Blacker in studio tonight. Sarah, share some of your history with us, if you would. I know you've been playing in and around the Boston area for quite some time now.
I have. I released my first record in 2009 with Sean McLaughlin, not the one that they just advertised before the show. I was like, there's another one for Marshall.
There is another one. And he's also a singer-songwriter.
I think Shawnee Mac does know that. Sean's been my producer since the second album, I should say. I actually recorded with Rob Loyatt in Scituate at Noise in the Attic Studios for my first album, and then the second and third, and I guess this last one I should say four, but we did a EP there in the middle. So those were all with Sean McLaughlin at 37 Foot Productions. So yeah, I'm a Boston native, and my folks live in Hull. I have been playing around Boston for quite a few years, and touring along the East Coast and the Midwest, and I just recently got back from a 6-week national tour.
I've been following that on Facebook. It looks like it's been a blast.
It was amazing. It was so much fun. This country's incredible, and I got a chance to see national parks and visit friends and family and play a lot of the cities that I have always wanted to play, so I can't wait to do it again. Nice.
Now, did you do any house tours or house concerts along that tour?
I did one in Seattle, and I think that's the only one I did, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I love Seattle.
Oh, by the way, we have to mention our co-host tonight. Who's in studio with you?
Beasley, my child and best friend, is laying by my feet. I think he's asleep now. As soon as the music starts, he passes out. But he had his ACL surgery about 8 weeks ago now, so he tires out a little bit more easily, and he went for a big swim today. So
I was talking on mic earlier, and I felt this wet nose against the back of my leg.
Oh, he's just checking in.
It was Beasley, just making sure that everybody's paying attention in here.
Exactly.
Let's get back into the music, Sarah. What do you want to play for us next?
I'm gonna do a song called "In Waves," which is the title track from the new album.
Awesome.
Here we go. From with all your poetry and praise, you raise me up and appreciate my solitude and ways. Ooh, 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 ooh. You told me of your valor, and you taught me how to say, didn't believe at first, but
Sarah Blacker live in studio tonight on 95.9 WATD, playing the title track off the new CD, which is called In Waves. Nice job on that.
Thank you very
Now,
much.
this CD, if you don't mind me saying, seems to have more of an edgier rock sound than some of your previous albums.
Definitely, and that's what we were going for. I played mostly electric guitar on the album, and I actually, very soon I'll have my very own electric guitar.
Nice.
I got to borrow Monk Dwayne and Phil Pacino's electrics for this album. But yeah, I mean, I think we wanted to capture just a different side of the emotions that I feel. You know, I think leading up to this, I may have been a little bit more timid in expressing myself in such an edgy way, but it is a big part of who I am, and I think the more comfortable I get as a performer and as a person, the more I'm unafraid to show that side to the world.
Now, what inspired the? Was there a theme to the new album? Did anything, or did it just come in different pieces?
Well, it's funny because I think when you write, it's like a collection of songs from a period of time. At least at this point in my career, the first album was like, "Hey, I have 300 songs, I'm ready." But now it's thematic because of what emerged in the songs, and there was very much like an aquatic theme to the songs. You know, Way Like Water and In Waves, and there's just a lot of references to like angels and the
Undertow.
sky and water, and it wasn't intentional, but it's just kind of how it happened. And I don't know, maybe it's because of living on a coast, maybe it's because of spending a lot of time at my folks' house on the ocean, and just sort of, there's a shaman story that talks about clinging to the rocks, and when you let go, you just sort of like life's current takes you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I think the album in some ways speaks to that too.
That's awesome, and I'm sure it's a lot to do with your songwriting and Shawnee Mac's production, but this is one of those CDs that you can really just, crank up in the car stereo, put the top down, and, drive down Route 3 to the Cape or something like that. It's got like it's like one of those CDs you can listen to beginning to end, and like you said, it kind of paints an overall picture.
It's an album, I miss albums. It is a little bit of a concept album, and if you're lucky enough to have a convertible and
Which
cruise,
I don't.
then you can give it a listen in its entirety. But yeah, I think we wanted each song to stand alone, but at the same time, like the way that we put songs, the order of them is usually like a set. So we'll think like, start with a bang and then go somewhere really intense and deep and then relieve you and go back out with a bang. As a sort of a release.
Now, how many songs do you go into the studio with when you're trying to make an album? I know you're a songwriter, so you must have thousands.
I am, and I mean, this year I've definitely written around 100 at this point, and I usually write every day. So yeah, I think it depends. I mean, it's usually at least 30 that are my favorite, and then we whittle it down.
And what is that process like? Could you explain that a little bit?
When I've worked with Sean, I'll usually go in and play him the songs, one by one. Whether we listen to the demos or whether we'll usually just demo them in his studio, because what I bring in are like cryptic cell phone demos that, I mean, the iPhone actually records pretty well.
It
but
does, actually.
Yeah.
I've done interviews with it, and it sounds surprisingly great.
Yeah, it's not terrible. So, we'll go in and kind of track the different songs. My earrings are making a rattling sound, so I'm going to take them off so you don't hear it in the microphone. And then we'll go through them, and we'll kind of make a CD of those, and then take it and listen to it, and just see which songs like sort of have a visual imprint, either in your memory. Music to me has a lot, like, it's sort of all of the senses. So if I can see a picture with a song, then I'm ready to record it. But if it's a song that just sort of seems two-dimensional, then we usually just kind of like, well, maybe on the next album, or maybe not at all.
That is the voice of Sarah Blacker, singer-songwriter on the tiny stage tonight here on 95.9 WATD. What do you want to play for us next?
I think I'm going to do another new one for you guys, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
This is called Walkabout, and I wrote this right before my manager just sent me a text message. He's probably like, don't play any new songs.
Come on, we love the new songs.
No, he is not even listening. He was just telling me about a gig that I just got, which is exciting.
We should give the phone number out too if anybody wants to call in. If your manager wants to call in,
chat
781-837-4900. 781-837-4900. Maybe Shawnee Mac is listening. You never know.
You never know. He's probably in the studio recording, but if he's not, call in and chat. Feel free to make requests or ask stupid questions, or actually no question's a stupid question, but
maybe embarrassing stories.
Lots of them. But yeah, so this is a song that I wrote right before I went on tour, and it's called Walkabout.
All right, Sarah Blacker on 95.9 WATD.
If I take it all the way, take it all the way, 'cause I've got pockets full of lies. Living each takes all my tries, second guessing for my life before I die. Is mine to take it all the way, take it all the way. Lost my mind on New Year's Day and my heart keeps breaking. Take it all the way, go on, take it all the way, 'cause I've got pockets full of lives. Living each takes all my tries, second guessing for my life before I die. I don't know how far I'm gonna have to go to find what I'm gonna find. I don't know how far I'm gonna have to drive, 'cause I hear the open space calling out my name, and I'm gonna go this time. Full of lives, living each takes all my tries, second guessing for my life. I've got pockets full of lives, living each takes all my tries, second guessing for my life before I die.
Sarah Blacker live on the tiny stage tonight on Almost Famous here on 95.9 WATD, sounding incredible.
Thanks, John.
Nice job on that.
Thank you so much.
Could you kind of give us the story behind that one? Is that one of the ones you can talk about?
Sure. It's just been a really bizarre year full of, I don't know, I guess really difficult life experiences that I don't really fully understand yet, but before I went on this road trip, this tour across the country, a lot happened that I wasn't expecting to happen, and it was really just kind of like a blast off into outer space. I feel like before you do something big in your life, like the Tasmanian devil comes through and just kind of creates a dust devil for you to work through.
Absolutely. Totally agree with that.
Yeah, so it was really a lot of crazy things happened right before I left, and since the beginning of this year. And so the tour, I actually called it my Spirit Quest tour because I was essentially, I drove across the whole country by myself for 6 weeks, and it was amazing. And I think I feel like now I can do anything now that I've done that. But yeah, it was intense. It's I still haven't figured out what any of it means, but there was a lot of reasons that I wanted to go on this trip and went on this trip, and I learned a lot about it, and I also was on the verge of moving somewhere else, and then being back here has kind of made me want to be back here for a little while. So. And
who knows? It'll inspire some more songs.
Yeah, for sure. I've been writing a lot since I've been back. So.
Excellent. Well, let's take a quick time out. We'll have more of Sarah Blacker live in studio here on 95.9 WATD in about 3 minutes. Yes, it is. My name is John Shea, bringing you local music every Tuesday night from 8 till 10 p.m. here on 95.9 WATD and 95.9 WATD.com. And we have in studio tonight the lovely and talented Miss Sarah Blacker. How you doing in there?
I'm doing great. John just asked me if I was okay. He's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Do I seem like I'm not all right?"
You are. You're always all right.
Well, maybe so. Maybe, yeah.
You know who else was all right is Michaela calling from Rockland. She's our first call checking in tonight.
Hi, Michaela.
Hi, Sarah.
Thanks for listening, girl.
I love your sound. Like I said, I've been streaming your Spotify ever since I first got connected during the Hull Artists Open Studios tour.
Yay.
So you're sounding awesome.
Thank you so much. I bought some of Michaela's earrings at the Hull Open Artist Studios, and I wear them quite often. Unfortunately, they're not these, but I could show you, John. But there's a picture on my Instagram.
Ooh, yeah, send that over. We'll tag it.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's super talented. So thanks for listening.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I wanted to give you the moral support that I couldn't give you that night being in Hull, but I have a few maybe requests if you're in the mood to do something from your precious little albums.
Ooh, okay.
Little moments, because my favorite songs are from that album, actually.
Oh, yay. What would you like to
My number one pick would be the Summer Nights, I think it is.
Ooh, I love that song.
Sure.
Yeah, that was my favorite, and I was playing that on repeat.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad you like it. It's.
Oh, I love it. It's funny. It reminds me of Florence and the Machine in a way. Like your vocal inflections are very reminiscent of her sound, and she's one of my absolute favorites. So,
oh, that's
of course,
awesome.
My studio mate, when she said I would love your sound, and I'm like, okay, sure. And then I hear it, and I'm like, oh man, yeah.
Well, thank you. Florence and the Machine's awesome. I can play that song for you right now.
I love it.
Yay.
Awesome.
Thanks, girl. I hope to see you soon.
All right. See you later, Sarah.
Have a good night, Michaela.
Michaela, have a good night.
You too. Keep rocking.
Morning air comes cloaked in warmth. In the night it laps my sheets. Entering my nostrils, idyllic melodies so sweet. Playing notes of gardenia, honeysuckle and cut grass. Summer never stays long enough to last. These nights we stay awake later. Our hair is growing longer, and we would rather laugh. Warm air, our voices make the leaves dance. We thank what we believe sidewalk's dewdrops linger as they slide between my toes. I am breaking your heart, but for now I've gotta go. He's like a fallen angel, and I'd like to wear his breath, 'cause she told me I'm a dreamer, but we don't know yet what's best. These nights we stay awake later, our hair is growing longer, and we would rather laugh. Warm air, our voices make the leaves dance. We thank what we believe in for midsummer's magic chance. Bottle of brown, red and white, hot, cold, day, night. Tried to build a fire and we tried to do it right. Come on and shake what Mother Nature gave you, 'cause she's always been a dancer, oh yeah. Just because she had a reason. So if you need me, I'll be somewhere not far from you. These nights we stay awake later, our hair is growing longer, and we would rather laugh. Warm air, our voices make the leaves dance. We thank what we believe in for midsummer's magic chance. These nights we stay awake later, our hair is growing longer, and we would rather laugh. Warm air, our voices make the leaves dance. We thank what we believe in for midsummer's magic chance. These nights we stay awake later, our hair is growing longer, and we would rather laugh. Warm air, our voices make the leaves dance. We thank what we believe in for midsummer's magic chance.
Sarah Blacker live on the tiny stage tonight here on 95.9 WATD, an oldie but a goodie.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a fun one. It's, it's appropriate this time of year.
Absolutely. It's, late July, hot weather outside. Great timing for that.
Someone said to me, summer's over. I was like, what?
Well, all the back to school stuff is already out, and it won't be long before the Christmas stuff is out. But
of course, in July 31st, they're like, oh, Christmas
why not?
This weekend, Christmas stuff.
Little Christmas was just a couple weeks ago? Was it? Or no, I'm sorry, is it Little Christmas or whatever that is?
What
Christmas
is that?
in July or something like that?
I didn't know that was a real thing.
I don't think it is, but
but it can be.
It can be. Why not? We have Sarah Blacker in studio tonight, 95.9 WATD. This is Almost Famous. You're a Berkeley grad. Could you talk a little bit about what Berkeley was like for you?
Sure. Man, Berkeley was a pretty crazy adventure. Between having 9 courses a semester. I think people don't realize we had 9 instead of 4. So Berklee, just has so many requirements between your principal instrument and your classical music training and jazz music training and the typical gen eds and, your ensembles and labs and lessons. And then I, of course, picked music therapy as my major, which is like incredibly academic too. So I had to take a lot of psychology courses and do field work and learn or to be proficient on guitar, piano, and percussion. So yeah, it was amazing. And then, we had to do, with music therapy, you have to do an internship and take an exam, a board certification exam. So it is one of the majors that you are required to graduate in order to do stuff with it.
And I'm glad you mentioned music therapy. Could you explain a little bit about what that is? Because I've seen some posts about that, and it looks like an incredible field to be in.
It really is. It's amazing to be able to use music as sort of a liaison, a tool, a language to work with people that have a variety of different needs, whether it's psychological or whether it's motor skills or social skills. Music is just the universal language where we can, create a piece of music that meets somebody's needs or use a familiar piece of music and substitute somebody's lyrics. So yeah, it's clinical research based, and it's person centered, and it's pretty awesome. I love doing the work.
Excellent. Can you share any experiences you've had, any success stories, or any memorable moments?
I feel like there's so many, and there are. Currently, I work, not this summer, but in the fall I will again. I train Berklee students and work in an adult psych hospital. And you never know who's going to walk into the room. But it's pretty amazing when people walk in and you literally feel the energy is just like dark and heavy and thick. And then, nobody wants to play instruments and nobody wants to get outside of their shell. And then you're like, the suitcase is open, come take an instrument. And, when you're ready, we'll make some music. And halfway through the first song, people are smiling and laughing and, singing and dancing and doing things that they wouldn't expect of themselves. And, people come up after the group and are like, I had not smiled in months, or I forgot that I could listen to music. And it's like, well, it's here. So, and it's different because we're making music in music therapy as opposed to just listening. Sometimes we listen, but to actually like participate in the music making is something that a lot of people have never done. So even that, novel experience in itself can be really therapeutic.
That must be amazing to experience.
It's incredible. I really love it.
How do you think going to Berklee inspired or kind of enhanced your songwriting skills, or did it?
When I was at Berklee, I took a songwriting course. And at that time, I was like, no one can tell me how to write a song. There's no such thing as, verse, chorus. And my songs, I called them prog folk. They were just like, like 16 sections and all these weird chords, because the way I learned guitar was just by making up chords. And then 4 or 5 years into songwriting, I was like, oh, so this chord that I just made up is actually an A minor, and if I just play it like this, it sounds, different, but it's way easier to just sit in one 1 to 3 frets and on the guitar and write that way. So I think it, at first, totally, I abhorred the thought of somebody defining a way to write a song. But I think that in the end, I think there's a lot of sensibility to writing a commercial song and or at least just a song that people can sing. So yeah, I don't know if that made any sense.
It did. It made complete sense. We have Sarah Blacker live in studio tonight on 95.9 WATD with Beasley co-hosting. How's he doing?
He's sleeping. He's actually, during the last song, his whole body was moving. He was dreaming.
How old is Beasley?
He's 9.
9. Cool. Yeah. He looks great.
Yeah, he's a really handsome guy.
You said you got him at a yard sale?
I did. I got him for $100 at a yard sale in Kansas. So random, right?
That's awesome. Was that on tour?
No, I used to live there.
That's cool.
So
when was that?
2008, 2007, 2008.
Okay. So he was just a pup back then.
He was just a baby, yep.
Awesome. And he's gone on the road, hasn't he?
Many, many times.
Is he a good roadie?
He's a great roadie. I was going to take him on this trip, but he tore his ACL like 3 days before I left, so he had to stay with my parents. I missed him so much.
Now, does he go swimming in the ocean?
If he's allowed to. Usually my parents don't like when he gets wet at their house because their house is really clean.
Sounds like parents. My parents are like that.
But yeah, he swims as often as I can get him into a lake.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go right back into the music, Sarah. What do you want to play for us next?
I'm going to play a song for you guys from my second album, which is called Come What May, and it's called Ponder. And this is an example of a song that I used to write before, considering ABA song format.
Awesome. These are the kind of songs I love, too.
Me too. Could you lay there for 6 more hours so I could just stare and ponder love? I would ponder you. Could you just stand still and freeze in this gate so I could have you at will, and I would ponder love. I would ponder you. I would ponder love. Ponder you. The setting sun is caressing your cheek, and I like the way that you sometimes don't speak. The curl above your brow, it sways and makes me kinda weak, and so I'm staring, staring, I'm staring, as I ponder love, ponder you, ponder love, ponder you.
Sarah Blacker live on the tiny stage tonight, 95.9 WATD. Do you want to talk about the story behind that song?
Well, it was my take at a love song. Pretty much, it was
It's kind of haunting.
Yeah, I think the feeling I was feeling was the haunting of love, and what the heck does it mean? I still haven't figured it out, John.
Nice.
So yeah.
Well, until you do, I'm sure more great songs will be coming.
Won't they?
We had a comment on our Facebook page. Do you know Hollis Green? He runs the Music Box in Plymouth.
I do not.
He wants you to talk about your guitar. He wants to know what kind it is.
Okay, I'd love to talk about my guitar. It's one of my favorite things to talk about because Tony DiDomenico, his company is called DiDomenico Guitars, and it's a handmade custom guitar. I haven't even played my ukulele, I didn't even realize, but both are made by Tony DiDomenico, as will be my electric. Tony is based out of Allamucky, New Jersey. And
That town alone sounds like a song title.
Oh man, so his road is called Shades of Death. So it's all out of storybooks. But the top is Sitka spruce, and the back is Indian rosewood, and the neck is mahogany, and it's made ergonomically to fit my body and my hands.
Really?
And the sound that I like. And the back is actually rounded. It's got like an arch top, like a violin or a cello would.
Oh, awesome.
So it's got a really big sound for an acoustic.
So like an ovation, but it's actually made out of wood.
Yeah, it's not composite. It's not fiberglass. So, but yeah, it sounds amazing plugged in, and
It does sound great. We've got a Shure microphone getting the ambient noise, and we're getting the direct feed, so it sounds amazing. The two of those combined, it's filling up the room in here. It sounds great.
I love this guitar. Her name's Joni.
Joni?
Yep.
After Joni Mitchell?
Obviously.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you brought the uke too. Can we hear a song off the uke?
Yeah, do you, now, shall I plug the uke in, John, or?
Yeah, you know what? I just muted that, so pull that out and you can plug in the uke.
Awesome.
We have Sarah Blacker live in studio. Custom instruments. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm incredibly blessed to have these beautiful instruments to play.
Is there a name for the uke?
The uke is Kevin, and I'm going to let you guess why.
Are
you a Red Sox fan?
I was thinking Euclid, but I wasn't sure if...
Uke.
I wasn't sure if it predated Euclid or not.
Nope, this is somebody actually. I did not name this instrument. I was asking an audience at a show in Boston, and someone was like, "You should name it Kevin because uke." And it goes over well in Boston, but whenever I tell that story outside of Boston, people are like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
New York, they might.
Yeah, in New York, they probably will.
And bring that blue mic down just a little bit too, so we can get both the combined sound here.
How's that?
That's beautiful.
Man, what should I play? Should I play a new song or an older one?
Oh, do a new song.
Okay.
Let's keep going with the theme tonight.
Do you want to hear a nice love song or a not so nice love song?
Your pick.
Okay. Let's do...
You can do both.
Well, maybe we will then. All right, well, we'll start with a song called It Shows, which we gave sort of a post-apocalyptic mix because it was a nice love song, and then it turned out to not be nice because the person I wrote it about turned out to be a sociopath. So this is going to be for you guys tonight. Thick as a knife, head over heels, I've got it bad for you, my love. In your eyes, you are the size of all that I've dreamed of, but have never known. Oh, we don't let anyone know what we haven't said yet, but it shows. Yeah, it shows. Suddenly I seem to be high on skin and eyes. Have I realized that every time it seems to get better, you're an upgraded measure. The rest I've been shown. Oh, we don't let anyone know what we haven't said yet, but it shows. Yeah, it shows. Could I I be under the same spell forever? Oh, am I too bold, or perhaps I'm too clever? But whatever the weather, I just can't pass you by. So I'll try my best. The truth comes through my eyes, so ignore the rest. We don't let anyone know. We don't let anyone know what we haven't said yet. But it shows. Yeah, it shows. Yeah. Yeah, it shows. Yeah, it shows.
Very nice. Sarah Blacker live on the tiny stage with the uke. Now, was that the sort of nice song or the kind of nice love song?
Isn't that the same thing?
I don't know.
That was it was a nice song, but then it wasn't.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just because of a change of scenery, I guess.
Yep.
That was off the CD In Waves, the unplugged acoustic uke version. This CD has a number of local celebrities on there, right?
Yeah.
You've got quite the backing band. Could you talk about that?
Sure. Well, Mike Levesque, who's a South Shore resident, he's like an inner South Shore. He played drums. We also had Elliot Jacobson, who's Ingrid Michaelson's drummer, but I'm a moron and I forgot to put his name in the CD. So that happened. Sean McLaughlin played bass, like a beast, and
he is a beast.
He is a beast, isn't he? Eva Walsh lives in Quincy. Who else is Jim Gambino
from Brockton, I think.
Yeah, I think he's from Brockton. I think I'll get it wrong. He might still live in Brockton, but Jim's awesome.
From the Stakes, the Swingin' Stakes.
Yeah, so he and I played one gig many years ago, and then we got him in on this album, and we're going to be doing a gig up in New Hampshire on September 11th. So, but there are some good shows I've got coming up, John.
Yes, let's talk about that. That's my next question.
Ah, fantastic. Well, the Barn Show, I'm doing a Barn Show with Haley Sabella and Jake Hill, their series in Plymouth on the 8th of August. So Monica Rizzio.
Who's amazing.
Who's awesome. Actually, she has a different last name now. I think she's married.
It is, and I can't think of what it is off the top of my head.
I just saw it on Facebook. I was like, where did Monica go? But she got married. So she'll be playing. And then there's another songwriter who... Alex... God, I'm going to get his name wrong. But I've never heard of him, but Jake speaks very highly of him. So August 8th in Manomet, Barn Show. I'm doing a show at Narrows on the 15th of August. And other than that, South Shore stuff, I mean, I think that's it for the South Shore stuff. But
how about Boston?
Boston, the 26th of August, I don't know if you remember that I posted about going on tour with Mishka. I don't know if you remember Mishka. He's a reggae artist that had a lot of success in the 90s and early 2000s. But I toured with him for about 5-6 weeks last year, and he's coming back through New England. So we're going to be doing a show at the Lizard Lounge on the 26th of August, as long as that's a Thursday, right?
Which, with TT's going and...
I know.
Johnny D's going.
I know. It's terrible. Oh, the 27th of August is when we'll be at the Lizard Lounge. Wait, maybe it's the 26th. Shoot. I'm failing at life right now. And I don't think it's on my website either, because I'm also doing a Calling All Crows show on the 16th of August.
Nice.
At the Down East Cider House.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, all the shows are on my website, sarahblacker.com/shows. Obviously not in my brain so well, but...
It's all good. No worries.
There's a lot to keep track of.
How about social media? Where can people find you online?
Facebook is /Sarah Blacker Music. pretty much everything else is just the @ sign and Sarah Blacker. And sarahblacker.com is my website, so
Excellent.
It's out there.
And get a copy of the new CD at any of the upcoming shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. So I do have to ask, too, what are your thoughts on TT's and Johnny D's and all these local music establishments closing their doors?
It's pretty sad. I mean, for a city that has so many musicians and such a thriving music scene, you gotta wonder why the disconnect between the fan and the musician. Maybe we have too many musicians. Maybe we have too many college kids without enough money to go to shows.
Could be. The age
Traffic.
restrictions.
Yeah, age restrictions, traffic, cost of parking, cost of gas. I don't know what it is, but it's a phenomenon that everybody's seeing, how hard it is to get people to support music, to support local music. And I think there are so many musicians in Boston, but I don't know, maybe we need to think outside of the box with our venues. Maybe we need to think in a more of a...
House concerts.
Yeah, well, that's another story altogether.
We have to take our final time out. It is 9:53. Peter Black's in studio. He's taken over at 10 o'clock with the Wide World of Blues Turntable Tuesday. Comes your way tonight, but do you have maybe one more song left after the break?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll do that in about 3 minutes here on Almost Famous 95.9 WATD. And we have Sarah Blacker live in studio tonight, wrapping things up. Thank you so much for coming down to Marshfield tonight.
Thanks so much for having me. It's always so nice to be here.
It's good to have you here. Now, before we say goodnight, let's do one more plug for the new album and the upcoming shows.
Sure. The new album is called In Waves, and you can get it on my website, just sarahblacker.com/store, but it's also available on Spotify and iTunes and all of the digital outlets. And then as far as shows in the area, the 8th of August, I'm playing the Barn Series in Manomet. And yeah, the Barn Show, you can look that up online. And I'm also playing Narrow Center for the Arts on August 15th, so I hope to see some people there.
Fantastic. And Margot, if you can hear this, hop up to that green mic and talk about this award and going out to L.A., because this is really exciting.
All right. Let me see. I can't hear anything. There we go. Okay. Hi, John.
Hello. So you're going out to L.A. This is exciting. You won the Hometown Media Award.
Yes, the Hometown Media Award for radio programming. So it was all videos about radio. And, we are extremely excited. It's taken a little while to get it all together. But, yeah, we're officially going. The award night, I believe, is Thursday, August 13th.
Fantastic. And if you go to the Marshfield Mariner website, you can see a cool article on this show and on the award. So congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, and there should be an article coming out in the Raynham Call, which, of course, is the town that our station is located. So we're happy to have, like, a little local town press, too.
Yay!
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, before we say hello to Peter Black, Sarah, let's get your last song in there. What are you taking us home with?
It's called Wisps in Watercolor. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
If now all of my hair went gray, would you still find me beautiful? If now you couldn't up and walk away, I know I'd sit there, stare into your eyes, look like the ocean reflecting everything you'd ever seen. Lift me up, lift me up. If now all there was left was soil, I'd be a stone for you to rest on, so you could sit and measure shells and grass and wood and oil and coins and thoughts and sailor string. arms on finger coils. I wish to always be your lady in lace, your angel in the current, warm upon your face. Lift me up, lift me up. The sun sets brighter when you're around, but visions of you dance in every single sound. The sky writes poems with wisps and watercolor, so I'll take this pen and write it down. You're moving through my blood, you're inside me now. Lift me up, lift me up, fill me up, lift me up. If now all of my hair went gray, would you still find me beautiful?